Hey everybody, I'm Abby. I'll be guiding you through everything happening on the session stream today. And we're going to get started with Oussama El Hilali. And DeFi is growing daily. This past month, the TVL surpassed over $6 billion US. So to kick us off, Oussama is going to tell us all about an up-and-coming new protocol, DeFi protocol called Definer. Oussama, I'll let you take it away. And if anybody has questions for Oussama, you can drop them in the chat. Oussama, do you see the chat over there?
I do.
All right, perfect. I'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Abby. It is said that on January 7th, 1927, the first transcontinental phone call was made by an official of the AT&T organization to Sir Evelyn Murray, Secretary General of the Post Office in Great Britain. So this was a great feat for human communication, for business, and for humanity in general. However, one could say that humanity did not truly benefit from this invention until the smartphone with cell phone technology became available and afforded every human being who can dial a number the ability to talk to another human being virtually anywhere in the planet. At Definer, our goal is to evolve the old archaic financial and banking structures to a simple, consumer-oriented, affordable platform. Our co-founder, Jason Wu, always points out to me these huge buildings of financial institutions that tend to have multi-levels and describes them to me as full of people with computing power and with a number of technology, all at a cost to the consumer, to the user, and profit to the institution, with very little left there for the individual, for the consumer like you and me. So today's financial system is expensive. It centers, it caters to itself with astronomical fees, leaving the majority of this population without the ability to benefit from it. Through a peer-to-peer lending platform equipped with a high-yield repository, everyone has the ability to earn, lend, borrow cryptocurrency using blockchain technology with Definer. We have an aggregator, so that allows the customer assets to be aggregated in multiple transactions, that when a certain portion of those assets are not part of that aggregation or have not found their destination, they are available to be put in a high-yield repository where everyone has the ability to earn, lend, and borrow. This repository has access to a choice of 15 cryptocurrencies. This is what makes Definer unique. So from the very beginning, we sought a global platform, incorporating the basic human needs with the new technology by bringing the essence of lending and borrowing without the rigidity and cost of the banking system. Whether it is here in the US or in Europe, where consumers are tired of the banking fees, low saving margins, and low saving interest rates, restrictions on access to their funds, or in Asia, for example, in China, where Definer is picking up a great momentum, or in the Middle East and North Africa, where the traditional and customary rules exclude certain usury practices, Definer has been able to address those needs. To reach out to different banking systems and offer and being able to offer a wide array of services in the chain and off the chain, Definer needs an ally. An ally who has brought the different chains together and has the ability to translate smart contracts between the chains through the secure Oracle services. That ally is Chainlink, and that's why today we are celebrating this alliance in anticipation of our upcoming release that will demonstrate in 5 different features how Chainlink has been able to allow Definer to go beyond its peer-to-peer platform to a more widely global, unrestricted platform available to everybody. Visit us at definer.org. Follow us on the social media. And thank you, Smart Contract and Chainlink, for the opportunity. This has been a great virtual conference.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Yeah, so thanks a lot for joining today. I'm really excited to learn more about what you're working on, and would love to hear more just about Definer in general. I know that you gave a presentation earlier, so maybe we can just start again. If you want to just, maybe explain in your words what Definer is and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so thanks for the opportunity, and sorry about the technical issues here. So the Definer is, from its inception, has been a platform, peer-to-peer platform that allows people to be able to borrow and lend money. What we've added recently is the ability for people to earn cryptocurrency while they're waiting for that transaction to happen. So, for example, if you are bringing a certain amount of cryptocurrency and you're looking for that ideal loan that you want to make, and that loan doesn't necessarily meet exactly the amount that you brought in. You can make multiple loans, but let's say a fraction of that amount that you brought in is still sitting there. You can leverage that. We can put it for you so that it can continue to grow.
Got it. Interesting. So you're able to earn an interest rate by putting on your platform and then take some sort of loan on it. Are these loans collateralized or are they uncollateralized?
They're all collateralized. You're using a certain portion of that collateral. Obviously, you can borrow, so that would be a different use case. But for lending, the feature is to be able to aggregate a certain amount into multiple offers for loans.
Cool. Yeah. So let's see if some other people. I see there's a few people watching. If you have questions about lending, Definer, feel free to drop them into the chat. Sorry, just answering some questions. Yeah, so that we just kind of sparked up this AMA. Hey, Richard. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Yeah, so where's your team based out of, Oussama?
So Definer is in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, right on. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How big is it? How many people are working on?
There is a full-time community of about maybe 20 people, and then there is a part-time community of about 40.
Cool. Yeah. So, the thing that with these lending platforms, they're definitely growing. So you got something like Compound. Obviously, you have Aave now, which is, ranked #1 on DeFi Pulse. What kind of do you think separates Definer from other lending protocols? And in your words, how do you convince someone to use your platform?
Right. I think the main difference here is that we've been global from the onset. Jason Wu, who's our co-founder, has been involved in understanding the needs of the communities throughout the globe. So, for example, the idea here is to bring banking to people who otherwise may not have the ability to bank. The fees that the traditional banking system charges and some of the restrictions they put on certain individuals leaves very, very little for people in rural communities in Asia, North Africa, and the Middle East, in particular, but also in other parts of the world. So by understanding, those nuances and allowing people to, bring to get into the cryptocurrency, all you need is a smartphone. Is the ability to be able to, read and write and operate a smartphone, and have the ability to, apply for a loan, explore loans that are available, and that will allow, for that banking system to expand and reach out and reach other people that otherwise will not have the ability to have done that.
Got it. And so people are able to use this right now. It's live and running.
Yeah, that's correct. People
Cool.
today, if you go to definer.org, there is a recently updated website that gives you the opportunity to earn, borrow, and lend. So 3 specific actions there.
Got it. Yeah. I'm just kind of going through your website. So, yeah, you guys went through the Techstars program. It looks like, backed by Microsoft. Sounds like you guys got like a good backing and a lot of people that are working with you. Is that right?
Yeah, we got various global accelerators. So from China, from Microsoft, Techstars, Cubed, and so on and so forth. So it's really, really popular with a lot of people because of its mission statement and because of the angle that we have taken to address the borrowing and lending.
Very cool. Yeah, so I mean, we are at Smart Contract Summit. So I am kind of curious, like how do decentralized oracles play a role within the Definer product and platform?
So that's a good question. So a lot of these, in order for us to expand and reach out to all these communities and banking systems and processes, you need a translator. And the Chainlink provides that translation. It allows us to bring that live, secure information to us, interpret it in a manner that Definer can understand, so that our algorithm can run and address those needs.
Very cool. And so, yeah, how does what's the relationship with Chainlink, and how are Chainlink oracles specifically used?
Yeah, it's an alliance, right? So we use Chainlink's oracle when we want to interact with a third party or an entity. That understanding of the smart contract of that entity is conveyed to us, and it's analyzed by our smart contract, and that way that transaction or that communication can happen without the without us having to reinvent the wheel and go and do that type of communication.
Got it. Yeah. Very, very interesting. It's been great working with your team. It's very exciting things coming soon. Yeah. So, I'm just kind of going through your website. You see, 6 to 12% returns for deposits. Wait, how do you get those numbers? Where do those come from, and kind of what's backing them? Is it the supply and demand of pools, or how does the lending protocol work within DeFi itself?
Yeah, I mean, the fees that we're charging are substantially lower than the fees that others may be charging. So, those numbers are coming from the recent history of the performance of those partners or those chain links that are available to us.
Very cool. Yeah. So if people want to follow your progress, where should they go? Do you guys have a Twitter account? Do you have a personal Twitter account? Where's the best place to kind of chat with your team and get involved?
Yeah, there's a great amount of information in definer.org. We're also in social media. We're live and active. So LinkedIn, Twitter, but you'll also see in definer.org the links to all of the social media and some of our alliances and partners and their posts. So that's stay tuned for an upcoming launch that will actually show the specifics of this relationship with Chainlink and some of the cool abilities that may not exist today.
Very cool. Yeah, cool. Simon, got a question here. So what's the next growth step after lending and earning? Where do you kind of see things going next?
Yeah, so I think once we have the ability to lend and provide people the ability to lend and borrow, then you focus on creating communities. There are situations, there are use cases, for example, family members who want to provide loans to other family members without interest. Let's just say it's a school a tuition payment loan. I think this is where you would see us provide a certain set of features that is unique and specific to certain use cases, so that the community has the ability to take a full advantage of the lending and borrowing capabilities.
Got it. Cool. Thanks for that answer. Yeah. So, these DeFi lending protocols, they fascinate me. I've been following Aave since, when I first joined the Chainlink team back last November. And, you see a lot more kind of coming into fruition at the moment. And you see like the growth steps of Aave, kind of turning from just this, lending platform only to, now they're kind of like turning to like V2, which is going to be this money market. You also see like DeFi money market, which is taking like off-chain assets online and being able to have people, be able to put, get M tokens and different things and be able to get 6.25% returns, and others, like Acropolis with like pensions and different things. Do you see anything like that, or is Definer looking into anything else also after like lending kind of moves on?
Yeah, so we're actively looking at in conversations and discussions with potential partners who are going to be able to take advantage and leverage our savings accounts capabilities. So these are, for example, people who applications that allow you to roll over 401k plans. In today's environment, you would roll over that 401k plan, but it won't give you the ability to specifically invest in certain areas. With the relationship with Definer, an individual who goes to this application has the ability then to direct their investments, their assets into Definer, and take advantage. They may direct all of them, the portion of them, or some of them, and then take advantage of that high yield.
Very cool. Yeah. So I see one question here. What kind of security audits has Definer gone through?
Yeah, we've done several security audits, at least 3 that I have been involved in recently. If you go into definer.org, at the bottom of the page, you'll see the certifications from those auditors. We obviously want to provide a platform that's secure, that's safe for people to use, and it's simple.
Very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of these products that are just coming online without any security. So especially with like lending, I think that's one of the most important things that you can do. Yeah. So I'm interested to hear a little bit about your background. So I'm kind of just doing a little internet stalking on you real quick, and vice president of engineering of Synthetix. Like, holy cow! Like, what kind of brought you into the DeFi and cryptocurrency space?
So, I mean, if you look at the technology and the evolution of technology, certain items, there are these inflection points that change the course of that evolution. Earlier in my comments, I mentioned the telephone, the communication, the fact that people are able to communicate regardless of the geography was a significant event, early in the last century. But it truly did not become meaningful until the smartphone got involved and allowed people of any, of all social classes to leverage it, not only for business, but also to be able to leverage it for their personal communication, which improved the quality, of people. So I'm beginning to believe, I started to believe that the next step in human evolution in general, but certainly the technology, is based on a different financial structure. It is becoming very, very clear now from some of the growth that you see that it is the cryptocurrency. But blockchain and having an open ledger has allowed people to do some of the things that they do in other areas other than finance.
Got it. Yeah. So, got another question in here. He might have joined. He or she
Yep.
might have joined a little late, but maybe again, if you want to just, how does define or differentiate itself from the other lending platforms?
Yeah. So again, the ability to lending and borrowing is a very, very simple, operation. But when you're doing lending and borrowing and you're bringing your assets are working continuously. So let's say you're bringing 1,000 units of something, and 500 have found a target for a loan. The other half doesn't need to be sitting. It can be put into accounts that are earning the high yield that we've talked about earlier, with your choice to select out of 15 different currencies that you would invest in. So that's, I think from a transactional point of view, that's the big differentiator. The in terms of the security that we have put in, this has to be safe. The fact that it's global, so it addresses issues that are related to currency transfer from one part of the world to another part of the world, and studying those use cases and making sure that those are addressed adequately. Those are the type of things that we've added on top of some of the, like ease of use, very, very simple UI, having people that can walk you through the process if you need to, having a mobile version of the application. So, all those things are pretty standard and have been leveraged by other people. But I think the true understanding of the nature of the transactions and being able to leverage all of your assets and put them to work is what makes it unique.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm really interested to kind of hear like your thoughts on, you talked about like 401ks. How do you see like off-chain assets kind of coming on chain, and knowing your background that you were explaining, kind of where do you see DeFi and all this kind of going over the next, 12 months to 5 years?
Yeah, I think it's a gradual transition. There's a lot of assets off-chain that, are going to be there for quite some time. I tell people who get excited about cryptocurrency that there's a mind shift that needs to happen. And the best way to do it is to, start to use an application, put it in place. These applications sometimes offer tutorials that are 1-minute videos, and not too much time consuming. And to get involved, and then put in a little bit of money, or just simply observe the fluctuation and the type of returns that are occurring. I think once that gets involved, then the second part is how do I do this at a higher scale? How do I translate this into my business? And there has been very, very good reception, not only from the financial institutions, but also, you look at some very, very mainstream businesses around the world, and especially in this country, that are accepting crypto, that have a focus on crypto.
So you have a bit of a background.
Is this better?
Oh yeah. I can hear you. Oh no. I meant like a background in enterprise. So
okay.
No, I know. I kind of paused. Sorry, I'm getting some messages coming in. So with your background in enterprise, how long until enterprises are starting to integrate with blockchain, and are they looking at some of these lending platforms too? And is that kind of what like sparked to start this?
Yeah. So anybody who is in traditional finance today is looking this as a threat and as an opportunity. And the key element here is to turn that threat into an opportunity, right? So I suspect that either these enterprises will start to create, features and small departments maybe to to allow people, or to start to offer this so that they wouldn't lose their customers, or to start to gradually change their process. The biggest challenge that exists here for these enterprises is that this is not only a different way of doing banking, but it's fundamentally different, meaning that as part of doing this, you cannot charge high fees. This is it relies on the blockchain. There is transparency when transparency today doesn't exist. So the mindset today is, if you have a financial institution, the main purpose of that financial institution is to benefit the owner of the financial institution, the shareholders. I think this is different. This is the benefit is derived from the interactions of the community, of the users, of the consumers, and so that is going to have to gradually change, just like some of the mindsets that we've seen changing. For example, digital photography, versus the chemistry-based photography. Either these organizations are going to adapt and change the model, or they're going to become like Kodak.
Yep, go from digital to screen. Cool. Yeah. Anyone that's within the chat here, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? This is a great opportunity, to meet different companies in the ecosystem, be able to just speak your mind and ask questions. So feel free to drop them in there. One thing I want to ask Oussama is Definer hiring? Are you guys looking for anyone in particular on your team?
Yes, all the time in various areas, in marketing, in development, and just project management capabilities. So we are going to substantially increase our team size with this upcoming launch and the ability to use the Chainlink features with our savings account. So there's going to be a need for a lot of help and a lot of people to get involved and to help us.
Perfect. Yeah. I'll drop that link. So that's just let me just take your company page here. Yeah. So if anyone that's listening in, you heard the man himself. They're hiring. So definitely, if you're interested to kind of break into the space, I think this would be an awesome opportunity. I know that lending platforms is a big thing, and it's going to continue to be that way. So,
especially those folks who have experience with with blockchain, because there is a certain level of security there that may not be common in other type of applications. So I would strongly encourage individuals who have written code who have promoted in marketing things that are related to blockchain, to smart contracts, to cryptocurrency, to be in touch with us.
Perfect. Yeah. Definitely apply. And yeah, if there's no more questions, I really enjoyed this time, and I'm glad that we got to come on again and be able to learn a lot more about Definer. Is there any last things that maybe we didn't mention that you would like to let people know?
Yeah, I mean, I think, as I said before, we're here. Our fundamental value prop is to help promote safe, easy financial banking practices and reach out as much of the communities around the world as possible. If you see special use cases or things that we have not addressed, let us know. There is various ways of reaching us through social media, through our website. Tell us, would like you to, address this topic, to, provide features for this type of transactions to make it easier for us, and we'll consider them and we'll implement them.
Awesome. Yeah. So one last question that you said that I have a question about is, so what deposit assets do you currently accept, and do you have plans for other ones in the future?
Yeah, so you can come in and take advantage of Definer. If you have an existing wallet, you can bring your wallet. If you do not, then you can come in and register as a user in Definer, and through that registration process, then you can, there are mechanisms there that will allow you to transfer from fiat currency to cryptocurrency, create a wallet. There's about 15 different choices of coins that you can use in Definer.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Well, like Richard, I thank you and really wish Definer the best. It's been a pleasure working with your team, and I'm glad that you guys were able to be a part of the Smart Contract Summit. Everyone that's listening in, definitely go follow Definer, apply for a job, and yeah, we look forward to working with each other in the future. And yeah, this was really enjoyable. Thanks a lot, Oussama.
Thanks for the opportunity, and thank you, Richard, for the good questions. And we'll see you soon.
Cool. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.